All right. This June, Californians will head to the polls to help decide who could become the state's next governor, while the final decision comes in November. For now, 9 leading Democratic hopefuls and several Republicans are in the race. To help you get to know them and also what they bring to the job, I sat down with the candidates at last month's Democratic convention. I will also do the same with the Republican Party. To keep things fair, I drew names at random for these interviews. Meet Matt Mahan. For people that have never met you before, talk to me about why you decided to run for governor.
I jumped into this race because we have to do better in California, and I know that we can because in San Jose we have led the way for the state in reducing crime, reducing homelessness, and like most Californians, I'm frustrated that over the last 6 years, spending in the state has gone up by 75%. And the outcomes are not improved by 75%. In some areas, things have gotten worse. We have to do better. I know that we can, but it's not easy. We have to build the political will to hold government accountable for reducing the bureaucracy, eliminating the programs and policies that don't work, and make sure we're delivering for working and middle-class families.
If you were to be elected, what would be your top 3 priorities your first year in office?
My focus is on reducing costs and increasing incomes. On the cost side, largely because of the amount of bureaucracy, process, fees that we have imposed in government, we have the highest housing costs, the highest energy costs in the country. We need to reduce the amount of bureaucracy and regulation in the state. We have to attract investment and good, high-paying jobs. And right now, there is a real challenge we're facing in the state where we are demonizing and over-regulating. It's too expensive to do anything, so jobs are going elsewhere. And we have to get back to basics to bring back jobs and increase incomes while reducing costs, particularly for housing and energy.
We know that California has spent billions of dollars trying to address the homelessness issue, but it still persists. You can definitely still see it on a lot of city streets, even here in San Francisco. What exactly would you do differently to address this issue?
Well, we need to stop funding failure. In San Jose, we've taken a very different approach, and we have the results to show it. We've built a nation-leading model around prevention, short-term rental assistance with case management to help people when they fall on hard times to prevent homelessness. Those are the best dollars we can spend. We've invested in shelter and interim housing, and when it's available, we require that people use it, and we get people stabilized indoors, connected to services sooner so that they don't become chronically homeless. When we get upstream of what we see on our streets and intervene earlier and more effectively, we reduce a lot of suffering and we actually save a lot of money.
Do you think California has gone too far, not far enough, or struck the right balance when it comes to criminal justice reform?
Well, it really depends on the crime. I don't believe that our jails and prisons should be our de facto mental health hospitals. I do think we need to build mental health hospitals again and have inpatient treatment and get people into the care that they need. But as we focused on reducing the jail population, we didn't do a very good job of creating an alternative, other interventions, other programs that work. We have mental health diversion in the state that is not working very well, where people are being diverted from a criminal pathway into a program where there's very little accountability and we're seeing repeat crime. And when someone's coming back and cycling through a second time, a third time, that should be a signal to all of us that something's broken.
We are going to keep these candidate profiles going at 6:30. Tomorrow I sit down with Tom Steyer. You can also stream all of my interviews right now on the ABC 10 app. We are also working to sit down with the top Republican candidates as we continue our coverage of the race for California's next governor.